I think Magic's fun.
I miss Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I miss... I don't want to get too deep, man, but I miss the time where Yu-Gi-Oh was relevant.
Yeah. I mean, like, people still play it. It's just that it's, like, so... There's too much to it. You know?
Yeah.
It's like there's, like, a whole bunch of, like, new, like, summon methods and new, like, formats and shit like that. And it's just, it's not as accessible as it used to be. And it's...
Scope creep.
Huh?
Scope creep.
I guess? I don't know what that means. I'm just a dumb little man.
Okay, creep generally refers to a phenomenon where something grows wildly beyond its original boundaries. And like it's frequently used to describe things like operating systems. Like remember Windows 8 where they had like the Xbox or Windows Universal Platform or whatever, and everything looked like shit. It was designed to be for touchscreens, which was a fad that lasted like a year and then disappeared off the face of the planet. Stuff like that, where they keep adding features that nobody wants or uses, and then at some point it becomes unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, this looks awful.
Well, this looks just be like thankful you're not playing it on Dreamcast, where the analog doesn't work.
Oh.
You have to use the fucking D-pad. Or if you're playing it on Mac and don't have an analog controller that's compatible with it.
King, I forget, you're playing this with the D-pad, right?
What?
You're playing this with the D-pad?
I mostly play analog. If I have to do something super precise, I'm gonna use the D-pad.
Okay.
Well, in the last session, you had said that the analog stick was too sensitive.
It is, but it's also more comfortable, honestly.
Ain't that the gospel truth? I was playing the PS1 Spider-Man game on my brother's Steam Deck yesterday. But like he had it docked, so I was playing with this PS5 controller. I forgot how miserable it is to play 3D games with the D-pad. I hate it. It is the worst.
Well, that game has like a free camera, right? Like you can move the camera and stuff. It's not like a Super Mario 3D World or Crash Bandicoot type 3D game.
I mean, it's a camera that the camera follows you, if that's what you mean. And there's a button that, like, if you hold it, you can like look around your surroundings to like find a place to like swing to.
Yeah.
But like, there's not really camera control except for like being able to snap the camera to your back.
Okay. Because usually games with fixed camera, D-pad is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the problem here?
It's the camera moves like if you were to move just a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left, the camera will follow you.
Yeah.
So the camera's a little disorienting. And it's also just like there are points in in later parts of the game where you have to be like very precise with your movement, but like the D-pad just doesn't feel right, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We died a lot.
And that game has no DualShock support?
It might, but when we were playing on my brother's Steam Deck, it didn't have it. Like we couldn't figure out how to get the analog stick to work, so we were playing on an emulator.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it was a PC port or something.
No. We were just playing on an emulator on his Steam Deck, and we couldn't figure out the analog control, so...
Well, usually, in most PlayStation emulators I've used, they default to the standard digital D-pad controller that came with the console, and you have to select the type of controller you want, which is a DualShock usually. So... I don't know what emulator you were using.
DuckStation.
I think that's one that RZ has recommended to me before.
I think I actually have it on my desktop, but I'm not positive.
I mean, I finally got my PlayStation HDMI modded, so I'm not emulating anything. Unless if it's like... Unless if I'm showing off how you can force HD on stuff or something. Because apparently all you need is a memory card to force burned games to boot, so... That's how I recorded the Toy Story 2 demo disc for the review.
What is this puzzle?
Okay, so you're supposed to get the colors in the top to match the ones in the bottom, and the switches control the ones in the bottom.
Oh.
So you need to turn off the green and the blue and turn on the yellow. The one in the far right first.
Hey!
Yeah, there you go. I've been
Surprised
wrong before.
I could reason that one out, I'm gonna be honest with you. Ugh.
I honestly did not bother to learn how to do that puzzle until now, so...
Wait, are we playing Toy Story 2 or Sonic Adventure? Because it looks like we're in Speed Highway, boys!
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you're saying that light puzzle reminds you of that part in Eggman's laboratory where you have to press the switches, but they make other ones light up.
You know, I really should have used a reverse card on that puzzle. I really should have.
Okay. Ryan, are you doing this badly on purpose? You could have...
That's a fairly condescending thing to say, what the fuck?
Yeah, you could have tried to do a royal gambit.
Yes.
So that's essentially what happens when you're pressing the switches, is it's swapping... It's like swapping a deck, but instead it's swapping the adjacent switches.
Totally.
You guys know that Slinky is voiced by Ernest? You know those old movies like...
Yes.
Yeah, you know, Ernest Christmas, Ernest Goes to Jail, those movies.
I've not seen those movies.
There's an actor named Jim Varney, and he played Ernest. He's Slinky in the first 2 films.
That's cool. We should get him on the podcast.
Oh, he's dead.
I was not expecting that.
No, that's why he wasn't in the 3rd and 4th one. And speaking of Toy Story 4, I just rewatched it.
Yeah.
And I'm prepared to have an in-depth discussion about it with both of you gentlemen.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, let's have this in-depth conversation about Toy Story 4.
What was so bad about this film exactly?
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen it.
I just thought it was pointless. I don't know. It's never something I wanted to see made. It's fine. It exists now, I guess, but it's just... I can't get over how weird it feels that they try to do another send-off after they already did one. If the end of Toy Story 3 was not the way that it was, maybe I'd be more fine with it, but it just feels really odd. And now they're trying to make another one.
Yeah,
It's even stranger to me.
What the fuck would a 5th one even look like? I don't get it. Because, spoilers, Woody leaves at the end of 4. So he's gone now. So what, are they just gonna make Buzz the new main character, or Jessie?
Maybe? I don't know. They should make the dinosaur, Rex.
Oh, I do have to mention this, Ryan. You're gonna find this hysterical.
Ooh.
Whenever Trixie appeared in Toy Story 4, it made me really uncomfortable.
Good.
Because the only thing I could think of was that fucking egg fanfiction.
Hey, Dolly, I'm about to lay eggs.
Trixie.
Yexo, you made your bed, and then you laid in it.
Well,
Like how she laid an egg.
I have laid many a gentleman caller in my bed.
Ooh. How about this guy?
Eh. I'm
I mean, King
not
laid
really
him.
into bears. That's what that body type is called. It's called a bear.
No time to lose.
This is why I hate this level.
So you boys come here often?
I have recently.
Oh. Nice.
Because I've been recording this game a million times, but yeah.
Yeah. This level sucks. I'm not even playing it.
Like, if they just made the plane like 25% faster.
Come in, Star Command.
But then the passengers inside will get dizzy. And then they will throw up in the
Who
plane.
cares? They're not the player.
Oh, but you know,
Did you
maybe
get
they're
the
playing
one
their own
inside
game.
the little car?
Hmm?
Did you get the one in there in that little car?
That's where I'm going.
Oh.
Hey, boss.
Hey, Buzz! Suck my dick. I've reached the point where I'm going delirious.
Welcome to my everyday. You did it. And I just gotta find
Loisimos, we did it.
Ham.
We brought the luggage to the guy and we grabbed the token. Yeah, we did it.
That's the most depressed Dora the Explorer I've ever heard in my life.
Or Dorka, as I used to call her.
Dorka?
Yes! Because my sibling used to watch Dora. This is before they rebooted Dora and made her like a 12-year-old prostitute or whatever.
What?
When he says that, dude, I have to say, before we end this, whenever he says that line, I always thought he's saying pussy boy.
And beyond.
Ah, that's the ticket. Here you go, buddy boy.
Because it sounds so compressed, but he's saying buzzy boy.
That is true.
Way to go, Buzz!
We're off to the final boss.
Otherwise known as a clusterfuck.
Otherwise known as AIDS.
AIDS!
Or Charlie Sheen. Look at that. Look at that crust.
I recently had the pleasure of playing the Game Boy Color version. And the Game Boy Color equivalent of this level is quite the doozy.
I hated this.
This is a good example of why making bosses that are only vulnerable to the spin is not so great, because only the gunslinger can be shot. So he's your priority target, but Buzz's auto-aim will keep trying to shoot the other two guys. And the blacksmith's little wave attack is like, you can avoid it, but it takes forever to disappear, so it basically makes the fight take longer, so... And you can take like 18 hits on one life bar, and you'll respawn without the boss resetting, so... I don't know, it just... Everything is incentivizing you to just bum rush it.
I guess, yeah. What's the final boss in the Game Boy Color version like?
Okay, so... There is this... In that version, the Prospector throws dynamite at you. He shows up a few times. There's like actually like 18 of him. It's really weird. And then in the plane level, there's like a part at the top. It's like the Crocomire boss in Super Metroid, where you have to like get him to walk backwards until he falls over off a ledge.
I love Super Metroid.
So basically, whenever you shoot the Prospector, he drops his hat and then he walks backwards to pick it up. So you keep doing that until he falls out of the plane. Then you untie Woody and try to get out of the level before the time runs out, which it probably will. The last 3 levels in that game have a time limit,
Game 1.
but they don't tell you what the time limit is. It's like an hourglass icon.
Look,
you won the game.
guys, game 1.
You won.
Look at that. Game 1.
Yes.
And Buzz is giving us bedroom eyes.
Game 1.
You want to know why
Jesse's
they
so
call
happy.
me Buzz? You should see why they call him Woody.
I could take a wild guess. Speaking of the prostate card,
A hair for the yarn. It's, I must go.
For some reason, this scene reminds me of that one scene in SpongeBob where he's like, "Oh no, you're beautiful," and then the guy walks by. I love that scene.
He needs to go out back for a little private time. That critter needs help.
you guys ever seen The Cat in the Hat?
I love the Cat in the Hat.
Jeb was saying that movie was a masterpiece compared to Flash or
I
something.
love that joke. That joke's so stupid, but I love it.
Well, most movies are a masterpiece compared to The Flash.
Congratulations, you have completed Toy Story 2. Nice.
John Burton.
I would actually call The Cat in the Hat a surrealist masterpiece of some kind. I'm willing to go there.
How do you feel about this image? How do you feel about it?
About Pig?
Oh, that image is
About,
actually
Ham?
crustified into the Game Boy Color version, and I'll put it up. And he has, like, you can see his teeth really clearly, and it's really creepy. Because, like, everywhere else in the game, Ham looks like Alf.
You want to talk
Yeah.
about bedroom eyes?
Those are some fuck me eyes if I've ever seen them.
And let's see, he's got, like, a nice out of his face there, yeah.
It's Bo Peep.
Oh,
Remember
fuck.
when they turned Bo Peep into an actual character in the 4th film?
No, I don't remember that. Because I haven't seen it yet.
Well, everybody's seen Toy Story 4, because I have.
But then, if everyone's seen Toy Story 4, and I have not seen Toy Story 4, what am I?
I guess that would mean you don't technically exist.
I knew it. That actually explains
Which
a lot.
would make you a nobody within the Kingdom Hearts lore.
Oh. Neat. Well, you heard it here first, folks.
Just like how everybody was giving themselves Org 13
Now Woody,
names.
he's giving the fuck me eyes. Look at him.
No, he's giving the fuck you eyes, like he's going fuck you.
There was a fan
Mr.
fiction I
Potato
didn't
Head.
make you guys read, where,
Bless your merciful heart.
you know, I think I'm not going to describe that one, because it made me pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah?
And even describing it would probably get me put on a list, but, it involves Andy in a certain way. You guys can fill in the blanks.
I'd rather not.
Well, that's a great note to end on.
Remember, fellas,
Because we're done. There's nothing else.
Don't-
That's it.
Yep.
do drugs. Call your mom. You know, or your dad. Or your uncle or your aunt. Just whoever's your parental guardian who took care of you, call them.
And make sure that you play Uno.
And play Uno. But whatever you
Don't do
do,
like
Uno
Exo.
with them.
just don't play Jumanji. Don't do it. It's bad time.
Or Zathura.
Or Zathura. Can you believe my girlfriend hasn't actually seen that movie, but she's seen Jumanji?
Well, nobody's seen Jumanji.
Oh.